I stole a speaker and I have it still 7 years later working perfectly. Still the aux cord tip that ripped off stuck though. I stole it at a Walmart with two girls. I just felt the need to get it off my chest as it got my first dent and it was a time where I was dented. I kinda stole some money from my mom that was supposed to be a gift. Sorry mom. My family and I were going to my cousin's first birthday. It was a long trip that we had to take a train. My busy mom obviously forgot to bring a present, so she wrote a birthday card and inserted €100 bill in it on the train. Before we went to the venue, we went on a quick sightseeing first. It was cold, so I lent my jacket to my mom and then gave it to me back when we arrived at the bus station. When we arrived at the venue, everybody started to get ready. Then my mom told us that she couldn't find her gift. She rethink it through and said that she probably left it in the train. The fact that we were already late and the party has already started made my mom to quickly make another birthday card and inserted €50 bill instead. Fast forward to 2 weeks after that, I was going through my jacket and then I found the card. I stupidly decided not to return it to her. I went shopping because it was sale season and went to all-you-can-eat sushi 3 times. I know it's wrong and bad, but now that I'm working, I'm helping her to pay the rent and give her some allowance. When I was 14, I put a brick on the acceleration pedal in my parents' car and it fell into a lake. This happened when we lived behind a lake. I was annoyed with my parents because they were taking us on a surprise trip, so I grabbed a brick from our yard and slammed it onto the pedal and changed the gear into neutral. The car rolled all the way down our driveway and into the lake with a splash. My parents arrived in time to see the roof slowly submerging in the water. I used to steal candy when I was in first grade and got caught. I just feel like typing stuffs right now. I'm on my phone in school hoping to kill some time. Back to the topic, anyways, when I was 6 years old, 14 now, I used to steal candy from the teacher's drawer during break times when no one is around. And when I got the candies, I lied to my parents that I got the candies for being a good student. Once I was playing handball with a random chick, the handball rolled into the teacher's room. I thought it was a good idea to just take some candies real quick, but the chick came and checked what I was doing. She told the teacher and I got in trouble, but wasn't very severe as there were also childrens in the room doing the same thing as I did. After that incident, the teacher just locked the drawer as well as giving me a 15-minute detention law. Well, I learned my lesson as the teacher told me if I did anything like this ever again, they would call my parents, which I'm very scared of. I just remembered this event and feel like I need to confess and share it about my experience. Don't steal if you're bad at it.
I stole a notebook just for the sake of knowing I can get away with it. I went to this store close to our house and I started walking around and look at surveillance camera, and this little rebellious devil in me had a thought, what if I can steal something? I just wanted to live in the edge and see if I can get away with it. I picked up a small notebook and put it in my purse while looking around for camera and making sure I don't get caught. I did it and I regret it now. I stole a ring from the book fair and tried to say I found it in the parking lot. When I was in 6th or 7th grade, my friend group and I were doing something that involved 2 people getting married. No clue exactly, it might have just been inanimate objects. Either way, there were rings at the book fair, and one had a turquoise hippo head on it instead of a fake diamond. My friends all said it would be funny to buy it for the wedding. Somehow it ended up in my pocket, I can't remember why, but I decided I couldn't wait for my friend to bring $1 to buy it the next day, so I just took it. Then recess came, which was just letting us all out onto the parking lot to run around. I feel bad for stealing it, but I mostly get cringed out at how I tried to say I found it. I literally threw it across the parking lot and suddenly pretended to see something and ran over to grab it. Everyone saw me throw it, and the same friend who planned on buying it said, "Did you steal it?" I don't care if you did, I won't tell on you, but I insisted, no, someone must have bought it and dropped it. And since no one is looking for it, I guess we can keep it. I scammed someone quite a while ago, it keeps me up at night. Now, this wasn't recently at all, this was like a year and a half ago. I was blazed and bored and wanted Steam money for nothing, so I decided stupidly to try and scam someone. This kind Australian woman ended up sending me £10, but by the time she realized she'd been had, the money was already in my account. Now, I feel fucking terrible. I know it wasn't a lot of money at all, and I know it was ages ago, but I think about it a lot. I made another spare account from my main to post this. Now, I know her name, but that's it. I wish there was a way I could get back in contact, apologize and perhaps return the money. It's probably silly and she likely hasn't thought about it since it happened, but it's just one of the many things that sit in my mind at night and I feel bad about it. This was over Omegle, by the way, and I know a few of you are probs gonna be like, well, if you sent money to an Omegle stranger, what do you expect? But that's not the point. This woman was being kind, showing humanity, and I took advantage of that, and if I could turn back time I wouldn't have. It's by far not the worst thing I've done in my life, not even close, but that's not the point. Taking advantage of someone's kindness is wrong and pretty disgusting behavior, and I guess I wanted to make this post partly in punishment to myself. So yes, I have been a filthy, morally bankrupt scammer in my lifetime, and I wholeheartedly do not recommend it unless you're an unfeeling psychopath. Blaze, if by any chance you're reading this, I'm sorry mate. You were being kind to me and I fucked you over. Please don't get the wrong idea, not every stranger is like that. Don't be discouraged doing nice things for people. I was just in a shit time in my life and you were in the wrong place at the wrong time, nothing personal. You got my full apologies and a massive IOU for drinks all night if you ever down my ends.
I've shoplifted from stores, and now I'm having panic attacks about the consequences. I've honestly been freaking out because I recently remembered how stores like Walmart build a case about you when you shoplift. I've stolen quite a bit from the same stores. I'm definitely going to stop immediately, but I'm scared that they're gonna stop me anyways and arrest me or something. It's something that I'm not proud of anymore. Not to justify my actions, but until recently, I never had the money for the stuff that I didn't necessarily need, and I stole so I could have it. I really don't need this on my record, so I hope they don't get me. I know they most likely have a case against me. I'm pretty sure the threshold is under like $400 in total. I have a good paying job for a teen, $500 bi-weekly, and don't plan on stealing anymore. I'm honestly scared to step into a Walmart after what I've read. It had mostly been chapstick, K-pop albums, and CDs along with some makeup and markers.